This is Kevin Mayo, your American correspondent for Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we're drinking Bissell's Brothers Brewing, The Substance. So it is a IPA, 6.6% alcohol by volume, and Bissell Brothers is up in Portland, Maine, and we always harp on how fresh this beer should be. I bought this last Thursday, just about 5 o'clock, and they literally canned it and handed it to me. So now it is Monday, so we're Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4 days old, almost to the hour. So, what do I got to say about this? The Substance Ale was a creation 2 years in the making and represents the past, present, and future of beer, drawing from the wealth of knowledge of those that came before us while creating something entirely of our own. Ways of hop flavor permeate the senses as you consume the substance. And we started Bissell Brothers for one reason: to use the short time we have to live to make something awesome and share it with the world. So, it's got Falconer's Flight, Centennial, Apollo, Summit, and Chinook for the hops in it. And we got 2-row malt, flaked wheat, flaked oats, and flaked barley for some of the malt. And when I started doing this for Simon, we're really hoping that we could find some of these small breweries to highlight more than they're not really, they're still craft breweries, but like a Sierra Nevada, I mean, they're just huge, they're everywhere. So this is just a small operation. They had 2 beers that you could try when they were there. They were canning them both, and this, like I said, is the IPA. So give it a crack and give it a pour. We also bought a new glass, like I needed another pint glass. I only have about 400 of them. So it pours. I should say, put another way, it's definitely unfiltered. Definitely unfiltered. I mean, look at that. It is hazy yellow, sunset yellow. Can't even really see through it. There's so much haze in it. I don't think it's canned conditioned because, like I said, they're pouring it fresh and serving it fresh. We've got about 2.5 fingers. Oh, we might as well call it whitehead. It's not really off-white, tan, anything like some of the other words we use. It's definitely whitehead. Not too much alcohol lacing on it. Now we know we got a bunch of hops in it. Let's go ahead and do the aroma. Wow, bright citrus. A hint of pine. That grapefruit. Obviously, with that hop bill, there are going to be some of them that are going to be hop for aroma, and some of them are going to be hop for bitterness. Yeah, grapefruit and bright citrus. And like I said, a little bit of pine, a little bit of fresh cut hay. So, a little bit of pepper. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. So, it is definitely got that dank to it. The finish is quite bitter. I'm not sure what the IBUs are on it. So, the malt is pretty subdued. You get a little bit of, maybe just a hint of that like saltine cracker. But mouthfeel wise, it works. Sometimes the other flavors take over before. If you don't have a malt background, it just kind of washes into bitter. It doesn't do that, even though it doesn't have a strong malt flavor up front. Then you get grapefruit. Get a little bit of that pepper I got in the aroma. Need a little bit more beer too. I would say that this lends more to the West Coast style. It's not as fruity. and as aromatic as some of the East Coast things that have been coming out of like Treehouse and Heady Topper and those, Sip of Sunshine. This definitely leans to that bitter back end taste, the classic West Coast. And I would say that the aroma is probably a little bit more fruity and floral than the taste. But it's got a nice, clean, upfront taste. I just got a little bit of lemon in the back of my throat. It's got a little bit of grapefruit in the middle, some pepper, and it finishes quite bitter, and it finishes quite dry. If you like a West Coast IPA, this would really be right up your alley. Again, the East Coast is starting to take over a little bit more. I'm kind of dithering here because I'm not really sure where I'm going to come down on score. Like I said, we've got, taste-wise, we talked about slight hint of saltine, grapefruit, pepper. I did taste a little lemon at one point and a little bit of pine, and it finishes quite bitter and quite dry. I give it a solid B, 85 out of 100. Till next time, guys, keep drinking.